Welcome to the Living in the Zone podcast with your host, Jim Fannin. This is your front row seat into the minds of champions. As a master mental performance coach, Jim will pull back the curtain on the hidden strategies that drive peak performance in sports, in business, and in life. If you're an athlete, coach, entrepreneur, or just someone who's ready to level up mentally and step into your greatness, you're in the right place. Welcome to Living in the Zone.
Who is in the zone? You know, I've spent a half a century helping athletes put the zone on like an overcoat. All the way back into the 70s, coaching 7 players, banging balls around the world. French Open coming up. My clients won that once and been runner-up another time in the zone. Coached a Gold Glover, every position. Silver Slugger, every position. Forsyth Young Award winners, 3 Hall of Famers. And how did I do that? I talked to them every single night. My clients for 50 years since the invention of the cell phone get 24/7 access. I'm on the phone 6,000 minutes a month. Come on, everybody. I know the zone. I put it on like an overcoat. And tonight, I got on my gold jacket because it's the lottery, NBA.
I was going to ask, what's up with the gold?
No, I'm dressing up. If I was Flag's mom and dad, if I was the Pops, man, I'd be wearing this tonight. You got to look the part. And now, come on, let's see who's in the zone right now, this past weekend, or maybe even today. And I've got an athlete today that was locked in. Jaw unhinged, eyes focused. I coached this athlete 4 years on the mental side. Mike Small's University of Illinois golf team during the regionals right now. Jackson Buchanan, the senior, he zoned out. -8, thank you very much, 63. No bogeys, no doubles, no triples, obviously. No snowmen, based on the buddies I played with this weekend who had lots of snowmen, even though it was sunny. Anyway, Jackson, you are in a zone state. And I know what your vision is. The regionals is only a bus stop to get you to the nationals so that you can plant that flag as the best team in the country. But Jackson, right now, you're hunting the best player in the country in golf.
What does the zone look like when you're a Division I golfer, especially for Illinois?
Well, you know, a round of golf, as you know, and all of us probably know, that it's 5-6 hours, depending on who's in the field and what kind of play it is. It's tough to keep your mind in the present. You know, the zone is when you have total discipline and commitment of how you're going to play the course. Obviously, Jackson has that, and he knows how he wants to play it. He knows where he wants to be. He knows where he doesn't want to be on the course. He's definitely been honing his concentration, and today he was masterful with a -8. And Jackson, you are in a zone state. But here's what's going to happen to Jackson tonight. Hey, Jackson, how you doing? Well done. Listen, you're only as great as the round after greatness. Get your ass back in the trench and execute the basics, because we need to thread the end of the round today with the first 6 holes tomorrow.
Sir.
So, Brian, who's in the zone for you this weekend? We had some great performances.
Yeah. So for me, in the zone, Aaron Judge, New York Yankees, Aaron Judge. He just went 4 for 4, add on 2 homers to that. Now he's batting over 400 again. He's so good right now that if he goes 1 for 3, which by Major League standards is a great day, his average goes down. That's crazy. A great day in the big leagues and your average goes down, that's how well he's playing right now.
You know what's even more crazy? He's playing Gold Glove center field.
Yes, he's playing Gold Glove center field. And he's crazy disciplined. He has a game plan. He has routines every single day, and he does not stray from them.
And everybody watching, you're coaching, you're teaching, you're a parent, you got to have pre-performance routines, but you can pick them up and transport them to any ballpark, if you're a golfer, any course in the world. Routines give you confidence.
Yes, so he has so much faith in his routines that his routines will give him the results that he's looking for. And he's so into that process that now he just kind of goes on autopilot, which a lot of people say the zone state, a flow state, is like putting yourself on autopilot. Now you just walk the path. And because he trusts his work on both sides of the ball, because like you said, Jim, he's playing Gold Glove defense, That's why he's going to be an MVP, because he has so much trust, he's got so much confidence, it holds everything together that even when he doesn't feel great on a given day, because I promise you that Judge has not felt 100% every day. I bet he's had days where his swing might not feel great, but he knows the work will deliver the results no matter what.
I'm not coaching Aaron Judge, but I coached another Yankee in that spotlight who also had those kind of numbers. I coach Alex Rodriguez every single day. I talk to Alex before the game, most of the time evaluating after the game. What's amazing is Judge is also in a bubble. He can't go to the grocery store. He can't go out. I couldn't go to dinner with Alex Rodriguez. We ate most of the meals in the room. We go out. It was a cluster mess of just trying to get the right table and fight through all the crowd, and everybody wants autographs and yelling all kinds of stuff. New York is, and I'm coaching another guy on the Mets. I won't mention who that is. I have an anonymity agreement. But performing at a high level is one thing in Milwaukee. No offense to Milwaukee. Or Oakland. No offense to Oakland. Or Kansas City, where in your locker, there's only 3 or 4 guys. Hey, tell me what happened. In New York, there's 50 guys, media from all over the world, and they're asking all the same questions. What can media do for Aaron Judge? Take him in the past, take him in the future, and take him out of the very thing that he's done masterfully, and that's perform in the zone. Who do you have in the zone, Caleb?
I think you guys know exactly where I'm going with this. I'm going with the hometown boys, the Indiana Pacers on the hardwood.
You're a homer.
Hoosier.
Come on, though. The Indiana Pacers.
You know, no one knows what a Hoosier really is. Do you know the definition of a Hoosier?
I know what a Boilermaker is. I don't associate with the Hoosiers. Down south, we don't talk about the Hoosiers. Anyways, with the Pacers, though, last night against Cleveland, they're obviously in the second round of the Eastern Conference semis, now up 3-1 on the overall #1 seed, Cleveland Cavaliers. Last night, the Pacers absolutely blitzed Cleveland in the first half.
They played at a pace
That's a pacer up and down the court.
There you go.
That's a pacer up and down the court like that.
The game they got beat, they did not play at their pace.
They did not.
It was dictated by the Spider. They also had a little challenge in the first half with an ankle and didn't come back, but that helped. But what a first half.
41-point lead going into half, and that ties the NBA playoff record for the largest lead at a half. And the one thing that I really love about the Pacers, yes, we have Tyrese Halliburton. He's all-star. But we had, last night, 7 guys scoring double digits and a high 27 assists in the first half, tying an NBA record.
Is that possible?
27 assists.
I don't know. It's hard to fathom. That's really amazing.
80 points scored, 80-39, and even, I believe it was Spiro Diaz. So one of the announcers, I believe it was Spiro last night, he even talked, I don't know if you heard, is sometime in the second quarter, this team is in that zone state. He mentioned the zone on Live Air, that this team is collectively in that mindset. And the one thing that I think really brings them into that zone, it's their optimism. It is the belief that they have in themselves, because twice in this playoff run already, they have come back from down 7 with 45 seconds to go in 2 games. That doesn't happen. So there is a level of belief and expectancy, a sense of knowing with this team that no matter the deficit, no matter the situation, no matter the score right now on the court, they believe in each other and they believe that they can make the next play.
And here's what the ownership of the Pacers and leadership, front office has really done. They made every player, all the way down to the last guy on the bench, feel that they're an integral part of something greater than themselves.
Yes.
Great leadership does that, and I believe that each of these players, that vision of a ring, a chip, that tucks them in bed at night and wakes them up in the morning. It's staying the course. The hardest thing, to be ahead 40-some points. What's that halftime talk about?
Yeah, what does Rick say? What do you think? That's a good question, Jim. What do you think, if you were the coach, if you're Rick Carlisle last night, what do you say to the team at half when you're up 41 points?
I'd go after them because the odds are they're going to come out flat. They're going to come out, the game's over. I would have a well-defined, executed plan of what I want if I was Rick. And I think that's what he did. I believe that. This is what we're doing. Because they're going to can we chip it away by 20? Can we?
And Cleveland did. I will say Cleveland did, but the starters were out with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That doesn't
so
count.
it's a completely different game.
But if they make a run early, and they're going to make a last, just not going to roll over at half. I don't know anybody's rolled over at half. This is a good time to roll over at half, though.
41. The haymakers in.
Let's get pizzas for the team. Let's bring them in. I think he had a well-defined game plan in the third quarter, just so that he could alleviate and get rid of the possibility.
Yeah.
When you got somebody down, they're going to fight. What do? You got to have the killer instinct. Crush them. If you want to take a deep dive into really what's holding you back, take our assessments. Go to our assessment wall, click on the link in the description below, and you'll find out the missing link that's going to put you in a zone state and help you realize your visions and your goals. Don't forget to subscribe. Check the subscription link below. Come on, give Jimmy some love. Let's subscribe so that we can send it right to your box so that we can help you be your genuine, authentic best self. Subscribe now. We have two sides of this coin. Who's in the zone? Who's not in the zone? Ryan?
Who's not in the zone for me? Caleb, me and Caleb are going to stay on the baseball dime with this, I know, but we're going college. I'm taking the Tennessee Volunteers.
SEC.
And I'm not talking about that they lost 2 out of 3 games to Vanderbilt, the
right down
prince
the road. Right down the road,
prince of college baseball.
Prince.
Tennessee, all due respect to what they've done over there in Knoxville, that program has been turned around. So I commend the athletic department, the head coach. It's been fantastic.
First of all, it's not just their baseball program.
It's everything.
All programs.
Yeah.
They're after the coveted who's got the best program in the country.
Yeah, and they won the national championship, right? They've been to the mountaintop. But they are acting just like you did, just like you talked about, Jim. They're acting like they can do whatever they want on the baseball field. So they lost to Vanderbilt, and the bench is clear. They couldn't handle a loss. I mean, what are we doing over there? And I see something every week on Instagram. Tennessee guy bat flips. Tennessee guy, yelling at the other team. The Tennessee guy is doing this. He's doing this. He's disrespecting the other team. And yeah, there needs to be fun in baseball. I love fun in baseball. Bat flips don't bother me. It's great. But come on. I mean, there's no sportsmanship anymore in college baseball. I know what's going on. It's I need to embarrass my opponent even more than what he did instead of doing it with my teammates, having fun with my teammates. That's different than I'm going to show you up. And that's what Tennessee's doing, as you can see on the clips here. It's just disrespect. And I don't think this is great for these guys getting scouted. I think the scouts are going to say, well, this guy ain't going to pan out because you tried doing that in the minor leagues, tried doing that with a Major League Baseball player, they'll shut you down immediately. You're going to mess with a manager in AAA and do that kind of stuff? Ain't gonna happen. And I would know. I've been there with the best in the world. So Tennessee, you are maybe the most talented team in the country, but you definitely don't back it up with the humble mindset that you need to be able to perform in the zone.
And I'm staying in the SEC baseball as well, going with Texas A&M. The Aggies went into Missouri over the weekend. Now Missouri 0-23 in SEC ball, have not won a game yet in conference.
Oh,
Texas A&M rolls in town and they get swept by Missouri.
I love it.
Swept.
I love it.
Crazy.
On Friday, Missouri has a comeback 9-6, but then they lose. A&M loses 4-1 on Saturday, 9-1 on Sunday. And to me, this is a imbalance of score markers. As we have our score levels, we know we have to have that high score level to be in the zone. S&C on one side, O in the middle, R&E on one side. To me, this is S&C in the basement and R&E sky high. They rolled in Missouri with no care in the world. This is the worst team in the SEC. We're going to come in here and just roll these guys. They're party hardy. They may have been partying during the week in College Station, not even getting ready for the weekend, and then they roll into Missouri and get swept.
Well, you need to be how you're going to be when you roll into Omaha. If you want to roll into Omaha in a certain way, you should be doing it in Missouri.
Yeah, exactly.
And practicing it. Right now, Jannik Sinner, world's #1 player, was suspended for doping. He's made his return to the tour with a lot of fanfare, a lot of boos, a lot of skepticism because of the doping. A lot of people don't think he got a long enough suspension. Should have been a year, maybe even longer. Somebody said banned for life.
Wow.
It was
Some
pretty
players came out,
Players came out against
Yeah.
him. So he's got a lot of people rooting for him. Obviously, he's got a lot of people rooting against him. But he's got the potential to go not into the zone, but into the tank. Because now he's dealing with external things that he really can't control. What he's done, he's done. And now he's locked in. He may win the Italian Open, but then he's going to go to the biggest bright light, the French Open in Paris. I coached a guy to win that. I've also coached another guy, runner-up in that tournament. And that's a grinding, grueling, mental endurance 2-week event on slow red clay. It's a little rainy and wet. It is a psychological war that he's going to have to handle on the court, but then off the court, he's going to have media talking about the suspension and all kinds, and he's going to get crowds, and he may even get people picketing outside against him.
So if you were coaching Jannik, what would you tell Jannik the day before his first match in the French Open? Or even the Italian?
Well, I told this to Alex Rodriguez. I've told this to all my clients. When you get in this situation, you got to learn how to hide in a crowd. You got to learn how to be alone in a crowd. You got to detach from results, hop right on your routines, your pre-performance routines. Make sure you've got a toolbox of adjustment routines if something goes crazy. He needs to know how to turn his brain off in case there's people yelling, doper, whatever they're going to yell at.
Total score breaker.
All kinds
those
of
things
score
will be
breakers, zone breakers, that's going to happen. But you need to be alone in the crowd. Stay out of the past except for learning after that match. Stay out of the future except to plan your next practice and your next day. And do everything you can to be present, present, present. He's an expert at doing that. This is going to potentially be different, where people hate him. They don't like him. He has not experienced that.
It's like steroids in baseball, almost. For the non-tennis
It's
experts.
like steroids in baseball. I remember when Rodriguez got caught on that, pay-roid, and that was 2 feet away on the on-deck circuit. It's really close. So he's in the zone right now. He's excited to get this behind him. He believes it's not going away. It's not going away. It'll be there at the U.S. Open as well when it comes back here to the U.S. And now let's find out what your missing link is, because Jannik, he's going to find out what his is real soon. Let's get ready for the Zone Cafe. Thank you, Zoniacs, for watching the clip Who's in the Zone. And if you'd like to see the full podcast, go to Spotify or check it out in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe so we can send the show directly to you. Zoniacs, be in the zone. It's the only place to be.